Peace, y'all. Welcome to today's mathematics with your girl, Sunshine Monet L. Today is 778. We love it. We love the 7 on the 7th day of the first decade of the month. In the 7th month, 7 is the number of God in supreme mathematics. 7 also deals with the 7th house, which is the Libra scales, finding balance, harmony, and justice, right? Paying attention to bonds and contracts in your interpersonal relationships is heavy at hand right now. Certain realizations is coming forth because you know that Saturn and Neptune and retrograde in Pisces is not here to play. It is uncovering all the rose-colored glasses y'all had all up in that solar plexus, not solar plexus, it's the sacral chakra, and it's like, nah, fuck that. So fuck all that shit you had up in that sacral chakra, all them things that you thought. This ain't that. Challenges coming to your gullibility in the places that you have been, pushed around in, and we love it here. So on the 7th energy, you probably really been feeling it, especially under this Cancer moon energy. Are y'all okay? Anyway, so 7 have balance, harmony, justice, bonds and contracts, interpersonal relationship, external side of the heart chakra. So you're dealing with yourself and other people around you when we deal with the 7s, right? Both of those 7s come together and they make 14. That's knowledge in the foundation of all things, right? So putting that knowledge in your square, putting that knowledge in your foundation after sitting down and talking to God and going into isolation, which is what this new moon should have did for you, right? Because Cancer energy is all about going inward, and we can think about that on like a personal level, about going inward to yourself. And in fact, the fact that we were wanting into the new moon, which we usually do, right? But wanting is that space of cleansing, and we're in that wanting crescent energy of cleansing intangible things before we even get to this new moon in Cancer. That's the ultimate inward, right? And it's all about like nurturing yourself and your space and stuff. But like on the agricultural realm of things, the Cancer new moon was also a warning about going inward in our nomadic self as well. Like once upon a time, when we used astrology to help us tell time with agriculture, as well as moving ourselves around, when we get into this space, we're getting close to the salmon moon, so it's getting easier to hunt for salmon and buck. At the same token, we're getting like, we're in the season of the flood, this is the season of a cat. So it's about going inward and traveling spaces. So more so to the middle part, away from the coastlines, is important here. Shouts to all my people, peace and safety to all of you guys as you guys stay on the coastline, despite all the things that nature is telling us. But nature is just reflecting our internal energy. And lately we have been on edge. We have been crying, we have been dancing, we have been praying, we have been meditating, we have been providing transformation. But a lot of the transformations have been in that, we need change, we need build and destroy. And so this year of 8, as Oya rules over the currency and the waters, and manipulating of the waters and things like that, it's responding to our energy we've been putting out there. So by us being so extreme and intense and violent, nature is responding in more intense and violent ways, as you can see, between the sun and the waters. And we give thanks to Ogun and Oya for the fire and the water and the solar plexus chakra reactions to our solar plexus chakra reaction. And it's all just for realignment. It ain't really about no punishing nobody and karma over here and all that. That's all within your indoctrination. It's really just realignment to where the universe sees fit, and usually that's what we deem as righteous anyway when you're in alignment with nature. So to some of you guys, you can label it at those things because you're in your human self. But the universe ain't labeling it like that. So be mindful of how you speak to the universe when you giving thanks and giving awareness on things. Don't be weird. So as we put our intellect of those 2 7s, that 1 and 4, into your 4, we come into 5, which is the space of curiosity. This is a space of your adventurous self. 5 deals with your Tippereth, which is Leo, your inner child, your inner creative, your inner dramatic self, right? And walking in the power of your truth in the realms of the supreme mathematics, which requires that heart, that Tippereth, that heart that you see on fire, in the middle of yourself, providing balance in your upper and lower chakras to your full lower chakra self, right? So it requires that. Walking in the power of your truth to get things going and stuff like that. So that's what we get when you put the intellect into foundation after talking to God. So we're going to take that 5 of walking in the power of our truth that we got from talking to God and putting our intellect that we receive from God into our foundation of things. And we're going to put that into the year 8. This is the year of the solar plexus chakra, right? And this is the year of transformation, building and destruction. This is the year of conception. What are you conceiving in this year? Because you're going to give birth to it next year in the year of 9. 8 deals with oil. Again, watch the currency, whether it's the currency with this, with the bank law, with the maritime law, or it's the currency outside in nature, and it's the currency with how we have our energy exchanges, because majority of our energy exchanges are water based. And we have intellectual base too, and then we have the physical base, of course. That's the one everybody wants to evolve around. And then we have the fire base as well. That's the one we don't want to pay attention to, but it's really out here on the forefront. Y'all called They Not Like Us a fucking anthem. Yeah, that ain't shit but a fire exchange. It is what it is. It just says a lot about the mindset and the heart set of a certain fraction of the society. Y'all need a lot of healing if that's y'all anthem. Anywho. Moreover, when we put that in the power of your truth into the year of 8 and the building and transformations and stuff, we come to 13, which is a karmic number. Because in this space, you have to take the knowledge, everything starts with the thought, and put it into your expression, which is very difficult for people to do, to express their knowledge. A lot come from fear. We see what happens when a lot of people start expressing their knowledge and stuff. They end up missing shit like that. A lot of it to do with, different oppressions and depressions you've had since a child, not being allowed to talk. That's literally the first thing your parents take away from you is your throat chakra. You gotta be quiet, go sit down. Don't say this, don't say that, say this over here, say that over here. When you're in school, they teach you they train your throat chakra. School starts in Virgo season and ends around Gemini season, so it's within those mercurial spaces that rule over the throat chakra. So a lot of this realm is about suppressing your throat chakra, and a lot of us succumb to that. And so a lot of us are finding healing in that. And it's okay if when you first start utilizing your throat chakra, you're screaming and yelling. Just the same way when Cyclops, when he using his eyeball, that nigga was setting everything on fire. But then he got the glasses, and then he learned how to control itself and stuff like that. So it's just, let it spill out. That's the first step. And then you're going to learn how to control it and hone it. And it's going to be your control and not the control of other powers that be. Give your root chakra and your solar plexus chakra back to yourself so that everything else can be in alignment under yourself. Ashe, you are the God of your reality. So the power that you put in the solar plexus chakra, that is the karmic number. So overall, today is a day of 4. The foundation of all things. What are you building today? We done went through the Cancer new moon. You guys had some space to go inward to really think about it. So now what are we putting together with this knowledge? What are we putting together with this expression? What are we putting together with these downloads we've been receiving from God in the realms of balance and harmony and things like that? What are we putting together? What are we building with that? Now, let's talk about what's happening in the stores. We start the day off with a 1% waxing crescent moon. We are finally in the moon of building. I love it here because this is when I get to my creative self. Having a mutable moon be wild, because I'm just earthly mutable to everything around me. Anyway, moon rising at 6:58 a.m. and setting at 10:12 p.m. We are in Leo in the tropical, so our thought process is on that Tempereth, in that space of saying things with your chest. Make sure you align the knowledge with your expression. That's very important for you guys today. And then we are in Cancer in the Vedic, so your happenings, your body is still in that space of like isolation, is still going inward. So we're not totally out there yet. We are in the 5th house with it, which is the Leo house of your creative energy and your inner child, still bringing to the 5. And of course that 5th house is ruled with Gemini. 5. Whenever I go over 5, I always say 5 can also be associated with Gemini energy, the air, walking in the power of your truth. With the 5 can also be adventurous and curious and, flexible and versatile, but it also can be very finicky and unstable too if you allow it. So that's this alignment with the Gemini energy. Sunrise at 5:37 a.m. and setting at 8:30 p.m. The moon and praesepe are in conjunction at 10:50 a.m. The moon is 3.1 degrees north. Minimal angle at 2:36 p.m. with the moon being 3 degrees northeast, and of course it's not visible because we're still in kind of like that new moon phase kind of energy. Albalda is opposite the sun at 1:08 p.m. This is the best visibility of the year. The moon and Mercury are also at minimal angle at 6:48 p.m. The moon is 2.5 degrees northeast, conjunction at 2:29 p.m. with the moon being 2.9 degrees north. Observe at 9:08 p.m. with the 2.8 degree northeast separation. And then Venus enters the Cancer constellation at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. So now we have our heart chakra sitting in Cancer energy. And when we deal with constellation, that's dealing with our body. So tropical is the mind, Vedic is the body, and draconic is the soul. So now your physical self, your heart chakra is going inward, right? you know, your priorities is on nurturing your home and family, healing your mother's spaces and things like that, whether you're a parent or you have parents. It's more so that maternal energy, or even if it's paternal, it's still like tapping into that nurturing energy, which is very important. So that's what I got for you today, Cosmic Nobodies. It's a little bit longer today than usual. Peace, y'all.